We considered humanity weak, but they have a tank. In the sprawling metropolis of Celestis Prime, the heart of the Galactic Union, representatives from numerous species gathered in a grand hall for an urgent meeting. The issue at hand was the planet Draconis IV, a strategically vital world recently besieged by a fearsome alien race known as the Crix. The Crix, a warrior species with impenetrable exoskeletons and advanced weaponry, had swiftly overpowered the planetary defenses and were now fortifying their position. The Galactic Union was in disarray. The Crix were relentless, and their conquests were swift and brutal. The representatives discussed various strategies, their voices a cacophony of anxiety and desperation. In the midst of this turmoil stood Ambassador James Hawkins, the representative from Earth. He was a composed figure, his eyes sharp and calculating as he listened to the various proposals and counterarguments. "We need to launch an immediate counteroffensive," barked General Kaldor, a burly, four-armed alien from the planet Zorgan. "Our fleets must mobilize at once." "And lose even more ships," retorted Admiral Vosk, a reptilian being from Soria. "We need a more strategic approach." Hawkins finally spoke up, his voice calm but firm. "Earth proposes a different solution. We have a weapon that might turn the tide in our favor." The hall fell silent, and all eyes turned to the human ambassador. "A weapon?" General Kaldor sneered. "What could Earth possibly offer that we don't already have?" Hawkins smiled faintly. "A tank. But not just any tank. A unique piece of military engineering called the Titan Mark VY. We believe it can breach the Crix defenses and provide the breakthrough we need." The representatives exchanged skeptical glances. Earth's military technology was generally considered inferior to that of the more advanced civilizations. What could a mere tank do against the Crix? "You expect us to pin our hopes on a human vehicle?" Admiral Vosk hissed. "This is madness." "Perhaps," Hawkins replied, unperturbed. "But it's a calculated risk. The Titan Mark VI is equipped with advanced shielding, adaptive camouflage, and a railgun capable of penetrating even the toughest Crix armor. We believe it can make a difference." After much debate, the Union reluctantly agreed to let Earth's tank join the fray. The Titan Mark VI, along with a contingent of elite human soldiers, was dispatched to Draconis IV. The mission was simple yet perilous: break through the Crix lines and disrupt their stronghold, buying time for the Union forces to mount a full-scale assault. As the human task force arrived on Draconis IV, they were greeted by a desolate landscape scarred by war. The Crix had turned the planet's once lush forests into a wasteland of craters and debris. Captain Sarah Mitchell, a seasoned veteran, led the team. She stood atop the Titan Mark VI, her gaze steely as she surveyed the battlefield. "All right, team," she said, her voice steady. "Our objective is to punch a hole through their defenses. We move fast, hit hard, and don't stop until we reach the central command post. Understood?" "Yes, Mom," her soldiers responded in unison. The Titan Mark VI roared to life, its engines humming with a low, menacing growl. The tank was a behemoth, its angular armor plates designed to deflect enemy fire. As it advanced, it activated its adaptive camouflage, blending seamlessly with the surrounding terrain. The Crix forces, entrenched and confident, were caught off guard by the sudden appearance of the Titan. They opened fire, their energy blasts ricocheting harmlessly off the tank's shields. The Titan's railgun fired with a deafening crack, its projectile piercing through the Crix fortifications with ease. Inside the Titan, Captain Mitchell coordinated the assault. "Focus fire on the bunkers. Keep moving, don't let them pin us down." The human soldiers moved with precision, their tactics honed through rigorous training. They provided cover fire for the Titan, their weapons calibrated to exploit the weak points in the Crix armor. The battlefield was a chaotic symphony of explosions and gunfire, but the Titan and its crew remained undeterred. As they pushed deeper into enemy territory, the resistance grew fiercer. The Cricks deployed their heavy units, towering war machines that dwarfed the Titan. But the Titan Mark VI was prepared. Its railgun unleashed a barrage of hypervelocity rounds, each one striking with pinpoint accuracy. The Cricks' war machines faltered, their armor shattered by the relentless assault. In the midst of the battle, Captain Mitchell received a transmission from Union Command. "Captain, we're detecting a large energy signature ahead. It could be their command post." "Roger that," Mitchell replied. "We're moving in." The Titan surged forward, its adaptive camouflage flickering as it dodged incoming fire. The Cricks' command post loomed ahead, a massive structure bristling with defenses. The Titan's railgun charged, its barrel glowing with a fierce blue light. "Target locked," Mitchell announced. "Fire." The railgun unleashed its full power, the projectile streaking toward the command post. The impact was cataclysmic, a blinding explosion that shook the ground. The Cricks' defenses crumbled, their command structure in disarray. "Command post neutralized," Mitchell reported, requesting immediate reinforcements. The Union forces, galvanized by the success of the human tank, launched their full-scale assault. The Cricks, disoriented and demoralized, were unable to mount an effective defense. One by one, their positions fell, and the planet was liberated. Back on Celestis Prime, the Galactic Union reconvened to celebrate their victory. Ambassador Hawkins stood before the assembly, his expression triumphant yet humble. "Today, we have proven that unity and cooperation are our greatest strengths," he said. "Earth's tank may have been the catalyst, but it was the combined effort of all our species that secured this victory. Let this be a reminder that even the seemingly weak can possess great strength." The hall erupted in applause, the once skeptical representatives now looking at the human ambassador with newfound respect. Earth's contribution had turned the tide, and their ingenuity had earned them a place among the galaxy's elite. As the celebrations continued, Captain Mitchell and her team were honored for their bravery. The Titan Mark VI, once considered a curiosity, was now hailed as a symbol of human resilience and innovation. In the end, the galaxy learned a valuable lesson: never underestimate humanity. They may appear weak, but beneath that facade lies a formidable strength, one that can change the course of history.